In some ways, but I think we've had a pretty torrid first half of the season, and the bye came at a good time, enabled us to reset a few things internally at the footy club, but also the players. Look at the opportunities that we can create and how we can get back to playing our best footy. And to the players' credit, it wasn't perfect today, but they hung in there, and in the end, I thought we just wore them down, especially around the footy, and we had a lot of supply, but it was just a good team effort.
Tommy McDonald almost sums up the club in a way. He huffs and puffs and there's some horrendous mistakes, and then he just comes to life in the last half hour.
Yeah, look, I was really proud of Tom. He's been under a lot of pressure, both obviously externally. Internally, we've got a lot of faith in Tom. And the first half, he was touching the ball, but it just wasn't going his way. But he worked in the will to get himself into the game, and he started marking the ball at forward to centre, and it makes a massive difference to our team. I thought Sam Wiedemann's game, even though he had 5 possessions, he managed to bring the ball to ground for us. And that was one of the pleasing things for the day, was our tools really competed strongly and gave our smalls a chance at ground level.
And at the other end, how pleasing was it to see Sam Frost with a return to form as well? There's another bloke who you would have been thinking, geez, if we can only get him going well again.
Yeah, I've admired Sam's last 6 weeks. Okay. I think you've probably been a bit hard on Sam. I thought his form has been pretty solid. Okay. And, today I thought his game was exceptional, though. That was a new level for Sam Frost. There's no questions about that. He had 5 intercept marks and 12 possession gains, and certainly held our back half together. I thought Stephen May was strong as well.
Would you prefer Sam to have more composure at times, or is he... He turned the game in some respects.
Yeah, he turns we call it, he turns our ball movement into frost ball. And, and that's, no one knows what's happening, but neither do the opposition. But I think he's getting a good balance the way he plays, and he's doing some incredible things for us in the back half.
It was one of your themes, in a sense, during the bye, to actually keep persisting even if things weren't going right?
Yeah, it was. We've got 10 weeks, and as a footy club, anything can happen. But the focus has been about how can we get better, and everyone's got to take responsibility, whether it's our high performance, our coaching group, the management. We all got to be involved in this, and our players. So we all looked at the opportunities that were there to get better and not waste time. And that's a big thing in this industry. People say, why don't you just reset for next year? Well, there's still lots to play for this year. And not only that, you just can't waste time to continue to get better. And as you saw today, we're continuing to find things about our playing group. Marty Hoare and Jay Lockhart, 2 players, Stephen May coming into our side. He hasn't played a lot of footy for us. They're things that we'll continue to grab hold of. Tim Smith played an incredible role today, for us. And so we're continuing to find things, and that's what the opportunity of this industry presents.
We've asked you a lot of individuals already. Max Gawn, Clayton Oliver in that last quarter coming up pretty big.
Yeah, they did. I thought, senior players, and, I call Clayton a senior player because, he's certainly maturing into one of those players. But Jack Viney, Max Gawn were just enormous today around the footy, especially as the game wore on. I thought, early Fife certainly had control of us around contest and clearance. But those guys willed themselves into the game in critical moments and really stood up for us.
Was that the turning point, winning those 2 areas? Because they were a massive concern, I imagine, early, the discrepancy in those 2 stats you mentioned.
Yeah, early in the game. We thought the game looked the way that we wanted it to look early, but we just weren't winning the contest that we normally win. But as we started to turn that around, the game really started to shift. And I thought we had a lot of momentum from about the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. We were 17 points down. We started to generate some momentum in the game, and we probably didn't get the reward we were looking for. But obviously Fremantle had a couple of players down, which clearly made it a little bit a bit harder for them. But I thought our boys just willed themselves into the game.
As Max finally learned his lesson, he looked like he started that set shot looking at the right behind post, and he just lets the outswinger do its work finally.
Yeah, he clearly knows he misses left, so he's just given himself a little bit room for error. And it came around nicely, so he's pretty happy with that. I'm sure he'll remind us of that during the week.
He doesn't complain, but does he need more protection?
He certainly gets a lot of attention from opposition, and he works his way through it with not much complaining. But I think I'll leave that to the AFL and the umpires to work out whether he needs more protection. But clearly he's a target of a lot of teams. And clearly they put a lot of time into him. But his form in the last 6 or 7 weeks has been outstanding.
Does a result like today make you think what might have been? this year. I mean, obviously it's not over, but it's quite difficult from this point to turn things around.
So you're looking back?
I'm asking you to look back, yeah, I guess. But does it show what this season could have been about, though? You've beaten the side that's been in really good form.
Look,
the MCG again.
There's a whole lot of reasons, and we haven't played our best footy. But can I just, for right now, just look forward a little bit?
Just on Nathan Jones at three-quarter time, obviously gave away that free kick. He would have known what it meant.
Yeah.
Do you need to say anything to him? Or?
I spoke to him at three-quarter time, as about 20 of his teammates did as well, which is a good sign, but he knows that's not how we play and, the importance of those things in a game. He made a mistake, but what I did love about Nathan is his ability to respond in the last quarter. I thought he was really instrumental in the way we set the ground up in the last quarter, and some of his work was really strong. So he's a proud man. He responded well, and I thought his game was pretty strong on the day. But yeah, clearly he made a mistake, and his teammates reminded him.
But how was that given what you've been through, that the attitude in this team is still so strong, and blokes are prepared to say to the co-captain, "Listen, mate, not on." That's a good sign.
Doesn't matter who you are in your team, you need guys that keep each other accountable, and whether you're the skipper or you're a younger player of the footy club, the expectations are the same. So I think it's a really healthy sign for our footy club.
You shook things up, obviously, with the coaching staff. Did you change much else in terms of how you prepared for the game, training, scouting, anything as well?
We had a look at everything. So we've looked at our training, we've looked at a whole range of things as the year's gone on, but the break gave us a chance to reset some things that we were sort of focused in on as a club to get better. And to the staff's credit, to the coach's credit, to the players' credit, they've grabbed that opportunity and they want to forge ahead and not waste time. And that's what I loved about today's performance.
So it was about not wasting time, those coaching changes as well. It's quite unusual to make a change like that mid-season, but that was the thinking? Let's not waste any more time, let's do this now if we need to.
We've got some great people that work in our footy club, and they're very united and passionate about where we want to go as a club, both this year and the years ahead. And there's some things in our club that we wanted to improve. We want to continue to develop our players as best we can. And we'll position our people where we can maximise the opportunity to get better. And at 3 and 9, we're in a position where we needed to actually make some change, and we've got some unbelievable people to actually help us do that. So why not use them? And that's what we've done.
Thanks, Rick.
Cheers.